SHOT Show 2024. Hey guys, Gary here. Thanks for checking in. So, as you can tell, I did not film an intro from SHOT Show. I actually didn't even think of doing it in front of the big SHOT Show sign or any of that bullshit. I actually went and did business stuff this time and not so much content. But I did get some content. I got some footage of products with my GoPro and stuff so that I could talk about the things that I thought were cool. And I will do the 5 coolest things from SHOT Show. I'm also going to do the 5 uncoolest things from SHOT Show in another video. Overall, it was the best SHOT Show I've been to. And even though the SHOT Show crud is real, and on the plane ride home I could start to feel some congestion and a little drainage in my throat, I fucking hammered the zinc. Because I read somewhere that zinc and viruses don't mix. And I was like, what the fuck do I got to lose? It's $4 for a bottle of 1 trillion of them. Nip that fucking shit right in the bud. Here we are. No bubonic plague from SHOT Show. So let's do a voiceover segment with, talking about the products. We'll do some honorable mentions and then the top 5 things. Here we go. They say the best part of Vegas is the food. Or maybe they say it's the entertainment. But the food's pretty good too. Although it's not the best part. The best part is the people. The people you don't get to see every day. But they all kind of come together in the same spot and you can catch up. No, not those people. That's the hobo camp right outside our Airbnb. It was entertaining to say the least. When I first landed, it was these folks who ran up to me in the airport and said, "Can we get an autograph?" Fact is, they're like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" But they were kind enough to take a selfie with me, and my plan was to get a lot of photos with folks over the week. That didn't happen. I did squeeze in Joe from Ackless Defense, and when I was over at XS, I even ran into Mr. Biggers, who was reliving his glory days when he used to work there. The last day of the show that I was there, I did run into this cat, Mr. Krisky. My channel's probably going to get deleted now just for having the picture of him on it. But you're here for the stuff. Let's start with our honorable mentions. First up from the Pew Pew Jew, fellow who got first place last year. This year he's got a book called Spot Gilly, which is kind of like a Where's Waldo, but for adults and stuff. And you find the guy in the ghillie suit, and I guess some other characters. I probably should have played with this on the airplane. Either way, I'm going to, and it should be fun. Next up, we have some new Blackbeards from Manus for scars and for AR-10s. I'm going to have to get me one of them AR-10 ones and use that some too. They have other things coming, but this was all they released at SHOT. I stopped by the Magpul booth and checked out the new Precision Mo stock. I might end up with one of those too. I like it. And the T-Mag sure does seem to be a hit. I'm probably going to get some of these to replace my E-Mags and use them to mark specialty ammo. Next up at Sons of Liberty Gunworks was the 6mm Max. I was a skeptic until I shot it out at range day, and now I'm a believer. I can see one of these rifles here in my office getting converted shortly. I'm hoping that Pete at Defiant Munitions will come out with a pretty kick-ass solid copper load for it. That would be awesome. Of course, I found my way over to the Midwest Industries booth to see the stuff they brought out for lever guns, a new stock, and some side saddles. They love to hear people run the action in their booth, so I added some of that for their benefit. They have some other things coming out, but they didn't release them at SHOT, and they're going to be awesome. Sorry guys, can't give you any real clues as to what that's going to be. There might also be a second cool thing coming out that I also can't talk about yet. But maybe Maybe there'll be a teaser at the end. Now let's get to the top 5. And number 5 is the Primary Arms GLX Prism 1 power sight. Now I have some SLXs on rifles here, and I like those a lot, which is why this only got number 5, because it is an improvement. It's got a little bigger objective lens. They've cleaned up the housing quite a bit. The eye relief now is like red dot good. It's going to replace some of the SLXs I have here. At number 4 is the Primary Arms PLX 1:8 second focal plane scope. Due to a corrupted file on my camera, we just get to look at a pretty crappy still photo. But I totally dig this. I have some SLXs here that I really like that are 1:8s from them. I was going to get the Peanut Butter Pickle, the first focal plane 1:8 PLX they released last year, but I just didn't want a first focal plane, and I don't want to pay extra for it in a low power variable optic. This one is daylight bright and has the same great glass of last year's. This is going to be on my recce rifle for sure. Now in the top 3, this is where it got close. From Unity Tactical is their new gas pedal tail cap. Fits Surefire thread patterns. Uses a USB-C cable, which has some power benefits. And in case you weren't aware, it's universal, which solves a lot of problems with tail caps and switches and plugs. It's also affordable. More so than everybody else's tail caps, I believe, to MSRP anyway. So I'm going to certainly snag one of these up to play around with, and we'll probably do some more video on it as well. Number 2 on the list, this one I didn't even know existed. This is the soft cap from 4D Tactical. Yes, the folks that make the awesome helmet pads. So this is kind of like if they took a Cry nightcap and mashed it together with the features from a helmet. It's got the 4D pads in it, and there is a ratchet system on the back. They actually have 2 different ratchet systems so that you can clamp it tight like you would on your helmet. It comes in a couple different colors, and we're going to have one of these to do a full video review on. We're already sorting that out. Dave there, what a great dude. He is going to get us one sent over. We came home with one. Mike kept that one, and I'm getting one in the mail, and we're gonna use these. And I'm pretty stoked that this will be replacing the Cry offering. It might even replace a bump helmet if you're so inclined to do so. And at the top is the Z-Bolt ACAL. Nobody should be surprised here. We've been pretty stoked about this thing for a while. It was the product we were most excited to see, and holding it in hand, it is what we were expecting. We haven't seen it out in performance yet, but it does have an awesome VCSEL illuminator that can do like 4 to 40 degrees. It's got a center-mounted laser, so it's actually made for like an AR. Them offset ones they're like, I just consider those for AKs, because like, who can't run a center-mounted laser on a rail system on their rifle? And before you whine out, oh, M4s with the fixed sight post. Yeah, dude, if you can afford nods, you can afford a fucking rail on your rifle too. So all the features on it seem pretty great. It does have a visible laser and an IR, or a visible override port. I don't care about visible lasers, so it's got extra stuff even for what I care about. But it is ergonomically what I expect out of an illuminator laser unit. And what we see from Z-Bolt in the visible spectrum has been pretty fucking amazing. So we're expecting them to keep that rolling with their IR offerings as well. It does everything that I'm asking a laser aiming module to do. So as long as it lives up to the performance and the costs that they intend it to do, I think you, me, and everybody else is going to be pretty stoked about this. And before you ask how it compares to the HoloSun new laser aiming module, you can check that one out in the other video. All right, viewers, that's my 5 coolest things from SHOT Show, plus some honorable mentions. And hang tight after the credits for a stinger or two. Hey, this fellow was supposed to be in last year's SHOT Show video, but I didn't even know it was released last year, and I found out after SHOT. So I decided to get a little picture of it. It is the Streamlight Sidewinder stock. Pretty cool.